You know, not always do you get pleasantly surprised, especially in modern Hollywood and modern entertainment, and damn sure in 2022. But every so often, something comes along that you weren't expecting, and honestly, I want to talk about it. And give me 1 second to crack open this Mike's Hard Blue Freeze, and oh yeah. And sit back, have a good time for a few minutes. This is another one of my lazy reviews. And I just got done at a theater catching a matinee with my kid, seeing Paws of Fury, or something which I didn't know what was going on or walking into this. It's more like Blazing Saddles for kids. I'm not fucking joking. Stay tuned. Now, let me say off the bat for 2022, and now that I have this channel, I've seen three major what we consider kids movies so far. Lightyear, which was it's forgettable, never seen it. Minions prequel, sequel, Minions 95, and it was okay, got a couple of chuckles, wasn't bad. And now Paws of Fury. And I gotta tell you, out of the three of these, Paws of Fury, I fucking laughed the hardest. In fact, I did laugh out loud a few times.
Out loud.
Now, I'm not sure if it's because of all the Blazing Saddles references, or just I'm an idiot and a little bit of both, or if this would make any modern kids laugh a lot. I can't tell, because even my son now, he's 15, and he's to the point where it's not target. The target audience is like 8 to 10-year-olds and stuff, and a lot of the jokes may go over their heads, but a lot of these jokes, they worked for me because it's just riffing off Blazing Saddles. And okay, dude, like, what is the plot? Why should I see it? And let me say this before I get into like the actual plot of the film, because there is a plot. And listen, if you don't want to see this in theaters, I get that, but at some point, whether you have kids or don't have kids, do yourself a favor, grab a freaking beer, rent this, and if you like Blazing Saddles, give this at least a one-time watch and a try. I guarantee you, you're going to laugh a lot harder than you think, because there is so much meta references, and there's plenty of fucking fourth wall breaking, to the point where I was shocked by how many times they were like winking at the camera or using tropes, and you'll get all of them, trust me.
You're gonna laugh.
Now the plot is Ricky Gervais, well, he plays a cat, and the cat is called Ikachu.
Serious?
Not lying, he's really called Ikachu, and he has to try to please his master, the Shogun. The Shogun is, well, the Shogun's Mel Brooks, the legend himself. He's playing the character from Blazing Saddles of like the corrupt governor politician dude. And well, Ikachu, he has this master plan of the Shogun's coming to visit, and he has to build his Super Bowl. And I'm not joking, it's a giant toilet.
Are you serious?
Anyway, so after Ikachu is sending these bandits towards the small town, well, their current samurai, or their sheriff, he chickens out and runs away. Now, the Shogun's upset. He's getting distress calls and stuff. He wants, Ikachu to send a new sheriff. And it just so happens we have a character of Hank. Hank is played by Michael Cera. And guess what? Hank is the only dog in the movie, and he's on this entire island surrounded by cats. And if you didn't notice this, well, cats don't like dogs. But Hank is about to be executed, and then Ikachu, he has it in his mind, you know what I'm going to do then? I'm going to make a samurai out of this dog. I'm going to send a dog samurai to this small town, and you know what? They'll kill him for me, but then I'll be the hero since I sent this dog samurai, and oh my god, this would never happen. It's like different. There's never been a dog samurai ever in the history of samurais.
A black sheriff? He's black?
As Hank is getting there, God, when you see it, and I won't spoil the rest of the film in that sense, but he arrives at the town, and there's a reference where it's like a small cat is looking in the distance, and they have the welcome wagon and stuff, and like, oh my god, look, the sheriff is a dog, and the sheriff is a dog, and she's trying to say the sheriff is a dog, but the town can't hear her, and then of course, when the dog shows up, the entire town of cats is like,
hey, the sheriff is a nick. What did he say? The sheriff is near.
and it goes on from there. But the short version is we get to eventually meet Sam Jackson, which plays Waco. I'm not joking, his character's called Waco, and he meets him in a jail cell, and he's fat and out of shape, and he's an alcoholic and an old has-been samurai.
Look at that.
Steady as a rock.
Yeah, but I shoot with this hand.
Later on, we get to see Sumo, and Sumo is this big beast, huge cat character. He has to go fight Hank, and I keep forgetting the actor's name. I can never say it right, and forgive me, but I'll put the picture up for the review. It's Digimon Huiso or Hanso, or I'm not sure how to say the guy's name, but he's been in everything. you immediately recognize his voice. And that's pretty much it, you know? They build a friendship, and you know what, going forward, if you've seen fucking Blazing Saddles, you know what happens next. It's as simple as that. But yeah, it just, the friggin' dog, Hank, the new samurai, he saves the day, new friendships are formed, and they defeat the bad guy. It's as simple as it gets, and my god, I want to so bad do a half-hour review of every freaking Blazing Saddles joke that I can't. I want to, but I'm not going to, because it's just, see it for yourself. And that's about it.
Have a good time today.
It's just a simple, fun, good time. I laughed a lot harder than I ever expected because I thought it was like almost not saying a Kung Fu Panda ripoff, but the trailers didn't tell you much besides, okay, now we have a dog, make him a samurai, he's training with Sam Jackson, that's pretty much it. I didn't know the premise, I didn't know why he was there for it. I didn't even know what this movie was about. After seeing it, I'm like 10 minutes in, and I'm like, this seems like, and then as I'm watching more of it, I'm a half hour in, I'm 45 minutes in, and I'm like, holy shit, I've already caught like, 19 Blazing Saddles references. After seeing this, hop right my fucking phone, and I'm like, yeah, Mel Brooks, was producing it, and he had insights. Of course, he voices the Shogun, and Mel Brooks just, you can tell his mentality, I guess a couple years ago, was like, well,
Do it for the kids.
with PC culture and stuff, remake Blazing Saddles. What we could do, though, is make Blazing Saddles, but for children. And most kids won't get the fucking jokes, but the adults who've seen Blazing Saddles, they're damn sure going to get the jokes. And that's about it. Oh, one last thing. Hey, say what you want, guys, about messages and stuff and teaching children shit, but... Say what you want about messages, but hey, this does have a message for kids that all kids should learn, because it is about bigotry and racism while making fun of it. Just like Blazing Saddles. The message is, all these freaking cats, they hate this dog because he's different. He looks different. He's not one of them. In the end, this dog, through his actions, he earns the cats' respect. He earns their trust. He earns their loyalty. And they wind up, like, making him one of the group at the end. That's a very good message. And just, some of the stuff that Ricky Gervais says, again, I could be here all day. But, guys, just do yourself a favor, grab a fucking beer, go check out Paws of Fury. You're going to laugh a lot more than you would have fucking expected. Trust me.
Trust me.
That's it. That's all I can think about as always. I'm going to finish this and upload more videos. But as always, well, I'm getting back to work.